third video, ChordStylePiano.com's Learn Piano for Free video series. This is the song Lightly Row. So if you haven't heard it, this is how it goes. This song has no right hand movement, so once you find this first note, you can leave your right hand in the same place throughout the entire song. So where is this first right hand note? Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see this better. Looks like it's the note G, and you can tell that by looking at the letter inside the note, which we've provided as an aid in our books. And you can also tell it by recognizing where it is on the treble clef. So the lines of the treble clef: every good boy deserves fudge. That's one way to remember them, starting from the bottom, moving towards the top. So the bottom line is E, every. The second line up is G, good. The third line up is B, boy. The fourth line up is D, does or deserves. And the fifth line up is fudge. So every good boy does fine, maybe another way that you've heard that. So we know that this is on the second line, every good, it's a G note. So even if we didn't have this help, which eventually we won't, the first book has every name of every note. And the second book just shows the note the first time it shows up in a song. So it'll say G here, but then when it shows again here, it'll just be a normal note without a G inside of it. Just to help you initially know what the notes are, and then sort of wean yourself off of that so that you can play music that you purchase from other places. And the final book doesn't have any of the note names at all, book 3. So fifth finger on a G. Where is this G note? Let's take a look at our piano keyboard. Let's find middle C. Middle C is right here. You can see it highlighted in blue. And you can also see it written on the staff. So to find the G we're looking for, we want to go up to that second line of the treble clef. And if you look on the blue highlighted key, you can see whenever you have an area of the keyboard where you have 3 keys, 3 black keys, the G will be between the first 2. So there's your G. And that's a pattern everywhere on the keyboard. G is always in that same place. So we'll be playing that G with our fifth finger, pinky, of the right hand. Let's look at the chords. Again, we can look at these symbols. We can completely ignore this if we are starting to memorize these chords by now. All we need to know is it's a C chord, and a C chord is played with a C, E, and G, like this. So middle C is here, the C, E, and G of the C chord are here. And the other chord we have in this song is a G7 chord. And this song's a little longer, so I have to scroll down to see all of the chords. But if you look, there's a C, a G7, a C, a G7, a C, a G7, a C, a G7. There's not anything that isn't a C or a G7. So we only need to know 2 chords for this song. A C played with the fifth finger, the third finger, the thumb, and then a G7 played with the pinky, the second finger, the thumb. The second finger is the index finger. Good. So those are the only 2 chords, and if we can make this switch smoothly, then it will help the song sound better. Okay, that's it for the left hand. We can also look at these notes down here if you're familiar with the bass clef, or if you want to be, that's fine. C, E, and G, B, F, and G. And that's the pattern that continues throughout the song. Let's look at the melody. We'll just play through it. So we're going to start with fifth finger on G. Now we're down here at this G7 right there. So the D's, this is fairly easy for the right hand, just play the D 4 times. Like that. We'll scroll down and continue playing the melody. There we go. And remember that the song consists entirely of quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. Quarter note gets 1 beat, we're in 4/4 time. Half note gets 2 beats, and then if we scroll down, we can see we have a whole note here, and then another one at the end. Those whole notes get 4 beats. So I'm going to play through just the right hand, and I'll do it with the keyboard showing here. So rhythm, I'm going to count the rhythms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to sing the pitches when you're counting the rhythms. I can't seem to help it. It's just what I do. So let's look at the left hand. Left hand starts out with whole notes, but then it goes to some half notes, and a little further on in the song we have some quick left hand changes. It'll go from the quarter notes. So I'll play the left hand by itself while counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me play through that. Whole song, right hand and left hand, basic version, lightly row. One question that you might be asking at this point is, when are we going to learn more chords? They're coming, don't worry. Right now we're focusing on C and G7, focusing on melody. More chords will come. We'll get more sophisticated with this, and we'll start playing more sophisticated songs. For now, I'm going to end with a little more fun version of Lightly Row, just to demonstrate what's possible with chord style piano when you develop these skills. As you continue with these videos, you'll be able to do these things just like I'm doing, and I'll explain them in more detail as we get more advanced and start playing different songs and different chords. As a reminder, you can go to chordstylepiano.com, where you can purchase our 3 books with chord style piano that walk you through. It's not a method book, but it's a collection of songs. So if you combine the book with these videos, you'll become a chord style piano expert by the end of the course. Thank you so much.